Well, hey guys, in today's video, I'm gonna be busting some more myths about retinol. If you missed my last retinol myth busting video, I'm gonna link it down below in the description box, but I have a handful more that I hear all the time. Now, before I get into today's video, I always emphasize to you all how valuable and critical a good night's sleep is, as well as stress management for the health of your skin. Today's video is in partnership with Sleep and Glow, makers of my Sleep and Glow pillow that I cannot sleep without. What is a Sleep and Glow pillow? It is a pillow that is designed with beauty sleep in mind. It was created actually in collaboration with orthopedists, and it has these contours that support your neck, shoulder girdle, as well as the sides of your face, in contrast to a regular pillow where you're inevitably going to get your face squished. That's going to lead to creasing and exacerbate morning puffiness. Because of the shape of the pillow, the Sleep and Glow pillow, it really supports your side sleeping to minimize any frictional forces on the skin that contribute to irritation, creasing of the skin, and morning puffiness. So you wake up looking more refreshed. It is a great investment. It is designed to last 5 years. You know, your regular pillows, they're only meant to last 6 months to a year. After that, they're no longer really offering you good support, and that can further impair the quality of your sleep. It's not good for your neck. Now, the Sleep and Glow pillow will last you 5 years, and it is made of an incredibly high quality memory foam that really has a great recall of your shape so that you have optimal support. The Omnia pillow comes with a foam insert so you can adjust the height, and it also is bundled with one of their signature custom fit pillowcases. Sleep and Glow offers a 30-night sleep guarantee, so if you're not completely satisfied, you can get your money back. If you want, you can pay with Sezzle for interest-free payments. Over at Sleep and Glow, they're always coming out with new innovations to support good beauty sleep and rest. And they recently came out with a weighted blanket that is like a warm embrace. This can have a very calming effect, help lowering those stress hormones and allowing you to get a good night's sleep. And they also came out with a new silk collection that includes a sleep mask, which I love, sleeping with a silk sleep mask, scrunchies, and a hair turban, which can help cut down on frizz, breakage, split ends. So if you guys are interested in checking out the Sleep and Glow pillow, they're having a Black Friday deal. And if you use my code Dr. Dray 15%, you can save an additional 15% off of Sleep and Glow. Okay, myth number 1, you need to take a break from retinol. People have this idea that for whatever reason, you shouldn't keep using retinol, but in reality, it's more than safe to use retinol on an ongoing, continual basis for years and years and years. There are no long-term side effects of using retinol, provided you tolerate it well. And again, the irritating side effects that come with using retinol, they subside with ongoing use. So after, you've gotten used to the dryness and peeling, well, then it should be smooth sailing, quite literally, because with ongoing use, it can help boost up collagen production in the deeper layers of the skin, smoothing out the surface of the skin and smoothing out skin texture and improving the look of wrinkles, fine lines, as well as helping to clear sunspots, uneven skin tone, discoloration, hyperpigmentation, and of course, these ingredients can be helpful for acne. The only reason to pause retinol, including prescription retinoids, would be if you decide that you want to become pregnant. It is not advised to use them during pregnancy. There are other benefits of using retinol long-term. It can help minimize the burden of sun damage. It basically helps your skin manage the stress of UV exposure when used in conjunction with sunscreen. And it can help remove pre-skin cancers, little early skin cancer cells in your skin that have some of the beginning changes that could be tipped over towards forming a skin cancer. Using a topical vitamin A retinol can help in removing some of that. So there are benefits to be had with ongoing use of retinol. It also can help improve the function of your skin barrier, making you less prone over time to dryness and irritation. Myth number 2, you are too young to use retinol. That is actually not really logical, because the first retinoid, tretinoin, after it was discovered, it was used to treat, and still is used to treat, acne, which happens in young people, teenagers. And now acne is starting younger and younger, and we're using retinoids in children 8 years of age, for example, who have acne. So you're not really too young to use retinol. But I will say this, if you're pursuing it for anti-aging purposes and you're not wearing sunscreen and you're not in the habit of wearing sunscreen, that is really where your efforts need to go, is towards sun protection, because that is where 90% of skin aging starts. And the sun damage you sustain in, early childhood really is what sets you up for issues down the road. So the sooner you start with sun protection, the better. And if you're not wearing sunscreen, well then, yeah, I would definitely say that, entertaining the idea of using a retinol for anti-aging purposes is a complete waste of time for you. Myth number 3 is that you have to use it every single day in order to see results. No, that is not true. In fact, using topical retinol just 3 times a week is actually enough to help improve the look of wrinkles and fine lines, remove sun damage, and exert acne control. Now, the difference between using it at this frequency and using it daily is that it will take longer for you to start seeing results. However, you also will experience less dryness and irritation. Now, in the beginning, that can be a wonderful thing. As you're getting used to the ingredient, it starts to cause some dryness and peeling, and that will subside with time. So using it 3 times a week in the beginning actually can help you get used to it. Do you guys hear the rain out there? Oh my goodness. It's like living in a fishbowl. All right, the next one, I did a short on this recently, but so I'll be short with it. I get this question all the time. You apply retinol at nighttime. The following morning, do you need to wash it off? No. I don't know where this myth comes from, but no, you don't need to wash retinol off the following morning. You put it on at night, and then the next morning, you don't have to wash it off. And for me, many mornings, I don't wash my face. That shocks people, but I don't wash my face because I washed my face the night before, and my bed is clean, so I don't sleep in mud, so there's really not a reason to remove any dirt or anything the following morning. But some people like washing their face again. If you have very oily skin, you may find that you like washing your face to remove some excess oil. But in short, no, you don't actually have to. And in fact, when you're dealing with a dryness and irritation, I would encourage you to consider not washing your face in the morning, because that's just another water washing exposure, and water as well as cleanser, if you're using a cleanser, removes some of your natural lipid barrier and can aggravate irritation, dryness, and peeling further. All right, and last but not least, this is I wouldn't say a myth, but just a common misunderstanding, is this idea that as you're trying to get used to a retinoid, like a prescription retinoid, you should alternate it with a cosmetic retinol, which is a lot gentler, and that's going to help you see better results. And no, you don't want to do that. Why? Well, it's not going to benefit you adding in multiple forms of topical vitamin A. Retinol plus retinoid. For example, if you want to use Differin, but you want to start using it 3 nights a week, there's no reason to use a retinol product the other nights of the week. It's not going to get you results faster. All it's going to do is increase that irritation and dryness. So choose one form of retinol and stick with it. Now, when I say retinol, it's kind of an umbrella term. There are prescription retinoids, there's actual retinol, which is a cosmetic ingredient you can buy over the counter, and then there's retinaldehyde, another cosmetic ingredient. And when I say retinol in this video, I mean all of them, just as an umbrella term. I should have made that clear up front. In this video, the stuff I'm talking about in this video applies to all forms. You don't have to wash them off in the morning. You're not necessarily too young. You don't have to use them every single day to see results. You don't need to use multiple forms, and you don't need to take a break. So those are the myths. Myths. It's hard to get that out numerous times. Those are the common misconceptions about retinol. And again, I've got another video, 6 more, so check that out if you missed it. And also, don't forget, check out Sleep and Glow's sale. Use code Dr Dray 15% to save even more. Thank you, Sleep and Glow, for sponsoring this video. Now, on the end slate, I'm gonna put that retinol myth video that I did in the past, so you can watch that as well. But if you like this one, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.